Hiya. I'm in Joshua Tree, California. I wonder if I could take my mask off. Yeah, the plants are carrying COVID. No, this is a Joshua Tree is a national park. It's very big. There's about, about 100 of them in the country. And this one here is in the valley of the Dulles. It is close to Palm Springs, and where they have the Indian, well, they all have their casinos, but they got the Indian healing waters, you know, the spas and the hot baths and all the things. A lot of the products that you buy in the health food stores that are healing come from these plants. Now, I didn't want to make this a history or a science lesson, but I will. Now, the good news about all of this is that there was a guy who had a heart transplant of a pig. It happened yesterday in Maryland. Guy had the pig's heart put in his heart. So, of course, you know the guy's not Jewish. And the other thing is, it was very kosher. The other thing about that, it'll probably raise the price of pork. That's the way life goes in America. It's supply and demand, you know. And in the desert here, do I look like I'm ready for to run into something that I don't want to run into, like a disease? Okay, what do we have? These are healing things. Now, when you walk in the desert and you see all of these healing plants, somebody always seems to leave clothing here. I don't know why, but people come here and they camp, but they leave stuff here. Now, I don't know whether they're going to return here, or it's homeless, or it's somebody that really didn't need this stuff anymore. Look at this. Now, it's good stuff. I mean, you know, wonder if it's my size. But look at this. I mean, you know, nice. Somebody had a nice pair of these things we wear in Florida. I don't know. But we have a different kind of a world today. As you know, everybody is aging and changing. The amazing Kreskin, the mentalist, is going to be 87 tomorrow. I called him today in case he doesn't make it. But I know he will. He's a great friend. And we have so many different things that we have to be proud of. And then there are things that are stupid. See, I like crazy. I'm crazy. And crazy I could deal with. Stupid, I don't handle it real well. For instance, now we have a world filled with this COVID virus, wearing masks, vaccination, all the stuff we're going through. And then you got that little idiot in North Korea sending off missiles. Now, what the hell would anybody, why would anyone want a defense missile? And he's probably related to those Chinese where all this came from anyway. I don't know. I mean, now I'm getting political. See, we don't want to get political because then I'm going to be like everybody else on television, except for the one thing that I think is very, very bad on TV is the advertising. We have an electronic ambulance lawyer, Morgan and Morgan and Morgan and Morgan. They get on TV and they advertise. They show you things that people have had accidents. They wheeled a victim out on one of their commercials, and the guy wanted money for his accident. And they said, well, we're going to stay with you. You won't have to give us anything. And when we get the money, we're going to split it with you. The problem I have with that is, why would they split money with an accident they didn't have? Because they know how to file the court papers. That's the secret. Lawyers on TV advertising, I don't know. Abe Lincoln was a lawyer. I don't think that he went out and handed out pamphlets. But this is the way it is. It's in a society of money. And you know that. Look at the price of gasoline in California is over $5. Can you imagine that? Yeah, you can imagine it. It's real. And then you wonder why I want to drive a hybrid. The car you want to drive is a hydrogen car because first of all, it doesn't use oil and gas at all. Not even to charge the battery, because those battery cars use fossil fuel. So we're going to piss off half of the Arabs in the world are going to be mad because we're not using oil anymore. And so will Russia, because they supply it too, you know. Am I back on politics again? See, you can't, let me go back to the Joshua Tree plant. Now, imagine Moses here with this burning bush. Imagine 40 years in this desert, eating matzah. I don't know. That's not for me. No, not something I want to do. But isn't it beautiful? Look at this park. This is the Joshua Tree National Park. And I love everything that I have here. I'm going to bury some of my old clothes instead of going to the Goodwill. And I'm going to, those are not my clothes, no, not my size. But it's a wonderful trip, and I want to thank everybody for making me possible. Now I've got to go indoors and be like everybody else in this COVID. Let a smile be your umbrella, but don't get a mouthful of rain.